everybody, Tyrone the God 3 here, and welcome back to Dragon Ball Super Reviews. This episode review will be episode 14. The episode is titled, This is Every Last Bit of My Power. The Battle of Gods concludes. This episode, man, I felt good after watching it, Like, there's some things I'm definitely going to talk about, but like I said, from what I've seen, because I'm looking at the Dragon Ball wiki page while I was doing the reviews, and I'm looking at the episode list, and even though the next episode is about Hercule, basically, the next episode from what I see is Hercule basically gloating about how he saved the world from Beerus. So yeah, and the Z Warriors are going to go ahead and let him take that one because, obviously they don't want to reveal their powers or else the media would be all over them and Hercule would be a fool. But obviously, from what we see of the episode list, even though it's still talking about Battle of Gods stuff, I'm guessing it's its transition into the Resurrection F saga. So that's gonna be cool. Cool that we finally are done with the Battle of God saga. So with that said, I will make this announcement now. On Friday, I will be doing the saga movie comparison for the Battle of God saga versus the Battle of Gods movie. So with that'll be a pretty in-depth. I'll make it about, I want to say 30 minutes long, maybe 45 if I ramble a little bit like I'm doing in this review. But overall, this episode was basically the conclusion to the fight, as if the title says. But the conclusion, I gotta say, goddamn, they really ended on, really ended with a bang, and I gotta say that simply because the way they ended the fight, well, like the first few minutes of the episode, it's Goku and Beerus just getting at it, like they're traditionally Dragon Ball Z fighting. And what I mean by that is like it's not so much martial arts, but it's more of like really super fast punches and kicks happening in multiple animation frames. But it was that really cool and acceptable way of fighting that we've come to know and love Dragon Ball Z 4, and that many of anime have based their fighting off of now. So it was just cool to see that they were getting at it. They finally went down from space or subspace to fight back down into the water. They fought underwater for a while. There was flashes and zooms and flying everywhere. This is the type of energy I want to give you guys when I'm reviewing a battle in Dragon Ball Super or in Dragon Ball Z things that are in general. This is the type of energy that was exploding throughout the entire battle, and I love it when I'm excited about a fight like that to this degree. Don't get me wrong, the other episodes within the fight between Goku and Beerus weren't bad either. It's just they really ended it off big. I'm talking Goku's giving it all he's got. Beerus is fighting him, but it's clear to see that Goku's running out of steam in this fight. Yeah, he's clearly running out of steam because Beerus starts to show that he's getting the upper hand on Goku. Goku's more or less just using the little bit of power that he has to stay in there. But he's not, Beerus isn't dominating the fight. That's one thing I have to really say is that he's not dominating the fight. So I'll give Goku that. Now, there is one part that kind of disturbed me, but I did like it. I did like the fact that it happened because during the fight, they go right back up into subspace to fight again because Goku winds up negating one of the energy attacks. And I gotta say, a lot of cool techniques were used here. Goku launched the Kamehameha, and then Beerus, neutralized the Kamehameha, kind of just, withered it away. It was kind of cool, but he didn't even have to touch it. He just had to put a force field around it, and it just sort of withered away. Kind of like when Vegeta launched his attack towards Goku, and Goku negated it when they were fighting in Majin and Super Saiyan 2 form. But it was similar to that. And then when the fight kept going, Beerus made multiples of himself. I guess you can say this is the return of the after image or multiform technique. But he was launching a bunch of energy blasts, and then Beerus returned back to his single self, and that was really cool to watch as well. Just to see all of these cool techniques being used, and I'm really glad about this entire saga in general. Dragon Ball Super has done a really excellent job of upping Beerus's repertoire of techniques, if that makes any sense. Because in Battle of Gods, when the fight was happening, Beerus only really had two techniques going for him. He had the one where he launched the volley of energy blast towards Goku while he was dodging in the caves, and then he also had the giant flaming ball of supernova death that headed towards Goku, which looks a lot like Frieza's move. So yeah, I'm really glad that they increased Beerus's repertoire of techniques in this one. And then Goku's shown that he can negate energy attacks as well when he powered up and just sort of withered the attack away. So that was really cool. And then when they fought all the way up and made it back into subspace, um, what ended up happening, Beerus ended up landing a blow on Goku. The same blow that started this whole fight in the first place was the thump on Goku's head. So then Goku ends up going back to normal state because Goku's basically ran out of steam at this point. He's out of power. Goku runs out of power and he, heads back toward the Earth. And then he starts having like flashbacks of all of his friends and family and his loved ones and stuff. Transforms back Super Saiyan, jumps back up there, and then they end up having a big blast battle like they always do. But they had the blast battle, and right after that, Beerus launches the same giant ball of death that I mentioned earlier in Battle of Gods. Only this time, Goku's having to hold it back. And instead of what I thought they were going to do and turn him Super Saiyan God to negate the attack, he actually, and I shit you not, he's at normal state when this is happening too. He actually, punches the damn thing and it just withers away. Like it's gone. He punches the damn energy ball. Like the giant energy ball of death. He punches it. I'm talking like Chris Redfield punch. And then after that, he's out. He's officially out of steam now. So then he falls. And that's the part that disturbed me, is that they use the exact same animation for it, too. So when Goku falls back to the Earth, he falls again. And I was thinking, to hell, he might just get right back up then. Shit. But no, this time he's falling for good. And Beerus isn't going to mess with him or anything. Like, Beerus just lets him fall. And Goku's falling and falling and falling. And then Vegeta finally catches him from freaking space. He catches Goku, and once he catches Goku, Beerus comes down, and he's about to destroy the Earth. And I do like this one little moment. Vegeta's like, if you're not going to fight Beerus, then stand back. So everybody, all the Z Warriors are about to fight. Even Yamcha's in there with his, handstands ready. And then Hercule stands back. Videl looks mad at him, and he steps back up to fight, like he's going to do something. So I thought that was pretty cool. And then Beerus comes down. Goku barely gets back up. Beerus tries to destroy the entire Earth, but this time he doesn't, instead of just destroying the Earth, like a small little piece of it, like in the movie, he gets tired, and the energy blast just sort of withers away. And this time he's in mid-sleep. Like, he's so tired that he's asleep. And I think this did a better job of explaining Beerus out of power than in the movie. In the movie, Beerus just sort of was like, oh, I'm out of energy. This one is like, he's so tuckered out from doing nothing but sleeping, eating, and watching anime. Yes, they mentioned that. And watching anime, that he's tuckered himself out from such a big fight. And I thought that was really cool, just to, to show that's how Beerus is out of energy now. So yeah, now he has no energy, and they make an agreement that Bulma makes the same agreement she makes in the movie to make him pudding and all of that. And Whis ends up teleporting him, and they end up going back to their home planet. And basically with that said, Goku talks to Goten and Gohan and everybody, and Vegeta's like, I'm not going to turn Super Saiyan God the same way you turn, which is cool. I'm glad they explained it like that instead of in the movie where it's just ambiguously okay, Vegeta's not going to do that or whatever. So then after that point, Whis wakes Beerus up, and Whis is like, hey, Earth is amazing, it's crazy how strong of fighters there can be on Earth and stuff. And King Kai even thinks that Goku's feats are amazing because he was able to give Beerus a good fight. So with all of that said, everyone gives them praise, and the saga basically ends with Goku and the others all happy that all's well that ends well, more or less. Even though Goku lost the fight, he still was able to stop the world from being destroyed, and the episode basically ends from there. Now, I basically explained my feelings about the episode. I thought it was really cool how this ended. I think this is a really comfortable ending to this fight. And I gotta say, in Dragon Ball history, but this is how I felt even during the movie. This is probably the coolest way that they've stopped Earth from being destroyed in the entire series. And I know what you're thinking. What? How? Normally Goku beats the villain, kills the villain. Da 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 da. Here's what I think. The reason I like the defeat of Beerus so much is because, first of all, it's not even a defeat. Goku doesn't defeat Beerus. He doesn't win the fight at all. He loses, actually. But the thing about it is, Goku's personality and character, as well as him being able to match up against a freaking god, was so apprehendable that he was able to stop the god of destruction from destroying. There's tons of planets out there that Beerus has destroyed simply for dumb reasons, and nothing holds up to the power to stop him. Goku at least stopped him from destroying the Earth. He didn't stop him from he didn't beat him, but he did stop him. And I gotta say that's an admirable loss if I've ever seen one. That's just about as admirable as winning. Like, I'll take that over winning. Like, I'll take that as much as I would winning. It's not exactly a defeat, but it's not exactly a win. And that's what I appreciate Akira Toriyama on. He is able to think outside of the box and not make things so predictable. Because if that were any other anime, the character would have got really mad, broke into like some hidden power that hasn't been unlocked for years, and beat the villain, yada yada yada, the day is saved. No, this is the only anime to date that I know of where losing still stopped the destruction of Earth, or no one died, like nothing bad happened because of Goku's loss. Like, Goku lost, but the world didn't lose. So I guess you can say Beerus won the battle, but he didn't win the war. Something like that. But overall, this is my general factor of the entire Battle of Gods, both the movie and in the saga. But like I said, I'll be doing a compare and contrast video this Friday. And yes, I will keep my word. It will be on Friday. I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that I'll be doing the Battle of Gods review, Battle of Gods saga / movie review on Friday. And with that, I'll be comparing and contrasting all the elements of both the movie and the saga, telling you which one I think was better, which one did better at what, and what did better at what. But overall, I gotta say, this was a really good saga. Other than episode 5's poor animation and some of the other episodes with their filler and Oolong's rock, paper, scissors battle that lasted 20-something minutes. Overall, positives all around. So, the next episode will be called Heroic Satan Causes a Miracle, a challenge from outer space. See you all then, everybody. Tyrone the God 3, out.